कोई भी नहीं आ रहा.
Hello guys, today we are going to create. Okay, it will say file not found. So where is my requirement.txt? Should I know the location of require requirement.txt file? Okay. I hope take care. Hello guys, today we are going to create Hello guys, today we are going.
Hi Ganesh. Hi DK. Hi Sanya. 20 आईडी से चलो चलता हूँ सच्ची बड़ी बात तुम ये सब करो add message that have to combine old message and new message. राजू तू सोया नहीं अभी तक जाग रहा है Okay, so in first step, like building a project, uh, so I'm going to create code. So this is our first step that I need to create a one file that is called a state.py. Okay, so what is state.py? Okay, so it this file, okay, this file define the state structure of our chatbot. This file define the state structure of our chatbot. Basically, what information chatbot will remember and pass between the nodes. Okay, so like it show a flow of information. Okay. Mm, so hello guys. So now I'm going to build a chatbot. So I need to create our first file. So this is my first file inside the folder. Basic chatbot scr and lang graph agentic AI and state.py. Here you can see this is our folder state.py. I'm going to open this. Okay, now I need to close this. Okay, so it define the state of our chatbot. Okay, it define the state of our chatbot and basically what information will remember and pass between the different nodes. Okay, so here we are going to create code for this. Like it will decide what kind of information chatbot will remember and pass and between different nodes. So here I need to write like this. Okay, so here from type extension import type dict or list. Okay, type dict means define the dictionary in key and values. Okay, and here second is list. So list of message. Okay, it will show you list of message. So from typing I'm going to import type dict and list. Okay, now line number 4 import, sorry, from langgraph.graph message import the add message. Okay, so what is this add message? Add underscore message. So it will like it is a helper from langgraph and combine the old message and new message. Okay, it will combine old message and new message. And third one, from typing import annotated, this line you can see here, line number 5. Okay, so here you can see what is it, annotate. So used to attach used to attach metadata and extra information to a variable. Okay, so here I'm going to create class. Inside I'm going to pass type dict, which give you key and value pairs. Okay, so this is the description in doc string. Like if you need to write in triple quotes, like you need to give some information inside the triple quote, that is called a doc string. Okay, that you give your document inside the this string. So this is the like a description of this class. So represent the structure of the state used in graph. Okay, so message here, message we are going to annotate it, means we are going to add old message and new message here, and it will give you a list.
So hello guys.
Now, after creating state.py, I am going to check structure.ipynb file. Now, I am going to create basic chatbot nodes after state. Okay, in len graph, if you want to create any graph, then you need to create a state. This is your first step. Okay, after that you need to create its node. This is your second step. Okay, so here I am going to create nodes and implement chatbot logic using the selected element. Okay, so here in this node. Okay, so these are the nodes. Advanced हो रही हूँ मैं, advanced.
Now after
क्या राजू? Okay, so now we can see structure of our project. So we are going to move here nodes. Okay, so here we are going to implement chatbot logic using the selected LLM. So here we need to create a nodes. So inside the chatbot node file, so in the folder of nodes, I have basic chatbot nodes. Okay, so here okay, so here we are going to talk about chatbot node. Okay, so when we create a bot, okay, node we pass in LLM model, it is stored the model inside the LLM. Like okay, so I have completed a state. Okay, and after creating, sorry, I have like finished state. Now I am going to move uh, 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 create a node. So we can see here. Uh, First of all, I need to create a state. I have already completed. Now I am going to create node. So in the folder of nodes, I have this file nodes. Okay. So here you can see nodes. So I'm going to write a code for nodes. Okay, so here you can see nodes. I have already told you what node is doing. Node just a Python function. Okay, like it's a mini brand, like a node, it like a mini brand that will do one task. Okay, so here I'm going to create like from src. From src means from this folder src lang graph agentic ai. Okay, this folder. Now again state here, here again state. in the folder of state I have state.py file. I am going to import this function. Okay, so this is the function I am going to import from this file, this one. Okay, which I was created previously, and this is the class basic chat bot. So when we create the bot, okay, I mean chat bot, so the bot node we pass in LLM. We need to pass this node in LLM model. It store the model inside uh, inside for use later. Okay, so here you can see this will give you information of this function. This is a like it said that basic chatbot login implementation. Okay, and this is the constructor self, and here I'm going to pass model. Okay, so here you can see I'm going to repeat again. When we create this chatbot node, okay, when we create this chatbot node, be passed in the LLM model. Okay, here we are going to pass an LLM model. It store the model inside the self.llm. It store the model inside the self.llm for use later. Okay, then after this I need to define process. Here I am going to pass self and state. What is state here? Like process is the main function of the node. Okay, process is the main function of the node, and state, it has a, I mean, previous message. It contain a previous message. Okay, and it will give you output in dictionary. Here you can see description of process the input state and generate a chatbot response. Okay, so LLM used to generate new response. Okay, here you can see now I'm going to return message self.llm dot invoke state message. So here you can see um, LLM used to generate new message. Okay, so this is the message self.llm invoke state message. Okay, so here LLM are generating new messages.
Okay, so
nodes. Okay, here now I am going to again check structure.ipynb. So here I am going to check that what should I need to create next. Okay, after a state I need to create, after a state and nodes I need to create llm grok llm.py. Okay, inside this folder I have this file, so it sets up and initialize the grok llms. Okay, so here I need to go in the folder of llm grok llm.py. So I just need to copy and paste it. Okay, so here import required libraries. Okay, so here I have import os. Okay, used to access environment variable like store api keys. Okay, so I have already api keys in our .env files. Where is our env files? Actually I don't have env files, so I can take env file in my different projects. Okay, okay, so I already have this file, env file, this one. Okay, so I need to copy it, this env file. Now I am going to create grok llm.py. Okay, inside llm folder llms I am going to create grok llm.py, this file. Okay, so here you can see, okay, I have imported import required libraries. Okay, so import was used to access environment variable. Okay, used to access environment variable from .env file. Okay, so I already have env file in basic chatbot folder, this one. Okay, I have everything, a grok api key, langchain api key, hugging face api key, open api key, table api key, and user agent. Like user agent means like in which browser you want to work. Okay, so I'm using I mean I'm saying Mozilla, Window, okay, Chrome, Safari, and this is the LangGraph project AI, and LangChain tracing V2 is true. Okay, means if you want to track it on LangSmith, then it will track what you are going to search inside it, and and what kind of result you get, how many chains you use in project, and it will show you prompt, description, chains, tools, everything. Okay, so here where in this folder llm grok, I'm going to I'm going to explain these things. Okay, uh, import OS, that it will access your environment variable from .env file. Okay, and streamlit as a st, this will show you message or error in streamlit UI. From langchain graph, import chat grok, import grok llm wrapper from langchain integration. Okay, now defining the grok llm class. Okay, this is the grok llm class, and this is here we are going to initialize the function. So here I'm going to pass self and user control input. Okay, this is the constructor method, this one. Okay, user like take user input. Okay, here user take user input like a API key and model selection from streamlit UI, and store it inside the class for later use. Okay, now self dot user control import and user control input equals to user control input. It is stored inside the class for later use. User input. Okay, here now this is the another function, get llm model. This is the main function, get llm model. Read the grok API key and model name from the user. Validate it if the key is provided, and create a chat grok llm interface. Return that model to be used by the chatbot. Okay, so this will showing you information like for a grok model. And validate if the key is provided, create a chat grok llm interface, and return the model to be used by the chatbot. Okay, so here I am going to use try and accept error handling method. Like fetch the user entered the grok API key and selected the model. Okay, so here you can see grok API model. So self dot user control import grok API, and selected grok model, self dot user control input selected grok model. Okay, and if both are enter, key and environment key are empty, show an error. Like if you give any if you if you left environment key empty, then you will get error. This will show you error, and error is st.error, please enter the grok API key. Okay, here create the instance of the grok model. This connect your chatbot to the grok llm by API. So here we are going to connect our grok model with our chatbot with a grok llm API. So here llm equals to chat grok. Here this is for API keys from .env files. Okay, this one is from grok env files. This one grok API key. Okay, and grok API key equals to API key, this one. And model selection, grok model. Now accept exception as if anything goes wrong, like wrong API key or model. it will show you the exact error message from debugging. For debugging, raise the value error occur with the exception, okay, exception and return error. Okay guys, I think you got it. So here guys, after creating this file grok llm.py, okay, grok llm grok llm.py, we are going to move here. Okay, we are going to this file graph.builder ui config.init ui config file. Okay, so after creating state nodes LLM, I'm going to create a graph builder.py. So here I'm going in graph.builder.py. Okay, so here I'm going to import from langgraph.py, import state graph, start and end. Okay, so after this I'm going to import custom state structure. Okay, from src langgraph state dot state import state. Okay, so here we are going to load our state, this one, this from this class. Okay. And from src langgraph identity AI nodes, basic chatbot nodes, import basic chatbot nodes. Okay, so here I'm going to import these things, basic chatbot nodes. Okay, now class equals to graph builder. Here you can see description of this class. Graph builder class is responsible for creating and connecting all the node in langgraph for different chatbot use cases. Okay, so this is the constructor. Okay, here I'm going to pass self and model, and you can see here description of this function. Initialize the graph builder with the given LLM language model, and here you can see model, the language model instance grok LLM in this case. Okay, so here we are going to initialize the graph builder with the given LLM, so that's why we use this define init. Okay, underscore underscore init underscore underscore. Okay, now self dot LLM models. Okay, okay, so initialize the state graph with our state structure. So self dot graph builder. Okay, this will initialize the structure. Okay, state structure of like for graph. Okay, initialize the state graph with our state structure. Okay, so this is the variable self.llm, this is the model. Okay, now I'm going to create another function that is called a basic chatbot build graph. Okay, so this is the description: build a basic chatbot graph using a lang graph. Okay, so these are the step: create a chatbot node using the basic chatbot node class, add it as a node in the graph, define the edges to connect the start LLM and end. Okay, so here create the chatbot logic, pass message to the LLM, self.basic chatbot node, basic chatbot self.llm. We are going to pass message to the LLM. Now add the chatbot node to the graph. So here self.graph builder dot add nodes. So here we are going to add nodes in our graph. Chatbot self dot basic chatbot node dot process. Okay, so here we are going to take it from here, basic chatbot nodes. This one, basic chatbot nodes from src lang graph agentic AI nodes, basic chatbot nodes, and import from this, import basic chatbot nodes. Okay, this one. Now add the chatbot node to the graph. Okay, so these are the, this is the node, node. Okay, and this is the connect the start to the graph to the, sorry, connect the start of the graph to the chatbot node. Okay, so here we are going to create another edge, self dot graph builder add edges. Here we are going to connect this node to the start, that we can start our graph. Okay, start and chatbot, connect chatbot node to the end of the graph. Okay, so here we can connect our chatbot with the end, like it start, in between you can do query, and it will end. Okay, now after this we have another function, graph setup graph. Okay, here here the parameter is self and use cases. Use cases should be in string. So here you can see description of this function. Set up the graph for the selected use cases. Example, if user select basic chatbot, we build that graph and return compile the line graph object ready to run. Okay, if user select basic chatbot, then it will build the graph. Okay, that's why we create a setup graph function. So if use case is equals to basic chatbot, self basic chatbot build graph. Okay, basic underscore chatbot underscore build underscore graph, then then it will return self dot graph builder and compile. Okay, compile convert graph definition executable from. Okay, so this is the graph builder. Here we have created nodes. Okay, I mean we add node in a graph and also edges and start and end these edges. Okay, after this I need to move in UI. Okay, so here in UI dot in UI folder in src you need to go in UI folder. Here line graph agent AI, and here you need to go in UI, and inside the UI you need to open this. You need to move this file, UI config file. Okay, so this file defines the default setting. Use the chatbot UI. Okay, this is the default that we can create a default setting. Page title, this one, build a state agentic AI graph, LLM option. So we are going to use grok, so that's why we wrote grok here. And use case option, basic chatbot. These are the grok model, llama, different llama gamma models. Okay, that we can use in our model, in our chatbot for response, that we get response from these model. Okay, and after this I have UI config file. Okay, so here you can see from config parser import config parser. Okay, so this will read init configuration file, this one. Okay, so UI config file read this file, page title, LM option, use case option, and grok model option. Okay, so here you can check. Okay, config class handle UI config. Okay, so this is for config. Okay, here I am going to pass self and config. This is the path of our folder, src line graph agentic here UI config. This is the path of this file. Okay, this one, config UI config dot ini. Okay, so this the description of this function. Initialize the config class and load the configuration file. Self.config equals to config parser, create a parser object. Okay, self.config.read config file. Inside this config file, so this will read the init file content. Okay, here define get LLM option self, so it will return a list of LLM model option from the ini file, these model. Okay, example grok. Okay, return self dot config default get LLM option splits. Okay, so this will show you this model. Okay, and after this get use cases option, return the list of available chatbot use cases. Example, basic chatbot, this one, basic use cases, this one, basic cases. And here return self.config default get use cases dot split. Okay, here this is the another function, get underscore grok underscore model underscore option. Okay, here description you can see, return list of available grok model name. Okay, now this one, and return the grok model option from this file. Okay, and this is the another function, get page title. Okay, so this will show you page title. Okay, this is the variable which I have in this file. get page title. Page title. Okay. Okay guys, so I think now I can see again our structure.py file. So here I have created state nodes llm grok llm graph builder ui config file .ini ui config file .py. Now we are going to move this file on this file ui streamlit ui load ui.py. So inside the streamlit folder I have ui folder. Where is my ui sorry where this is my ui folder. Inside the ui folder I have streamlit ui. Okay, so inside the streamlit ui I have load ui.py, this one load ui.py. Okay, so here you can see I have import a streamlit that we can create ui import os that it will read the .env file environment. Okay, environment variable from env file. So from import the configuration reader class from src langgraph agentic ai .ui configurable file import config. So here we are going to import config file ui config file. So here where is our ui config file? This one ui config file. Okay, this will we are going to import in load what is the name? Load ui. Okay, now from load streamlit ui. Okay, this is the class. Okay, now you can see description of this class. Load streamlit ui handle all streamlit pages, set up the pages layout and headers, display drop down and input box, and collect user input like model api key and use cases. Okay, so this class handle these things. Okay, now we can see define underscore underscore init underscore underscore self. Inside this we have self. So initialize config to read value from the config.init file. Okay, so self.config equals to config. Okay, and here dictionary to store all the user input from the sidebar self.user control. Okay, so another function def load streamlit self build the streamlit user interface, return dict user control controlling all the user selection llm model api and etc. Here we are going to load streamlit ui. It will load your api model in sidebar. Okay, so here you can see set the streamlit page title and layout. So st dot setup page config, so this will show you title. Okay, self.config get page title and layout byte, and st dot header in header we get this output get page title. Okay, in sidebar selection with st sidebar. So here you can see load the option from config file .ini. So llm option equals to self.config get llm option, use case option equals to self.config get use case option. Okay, this is from our ini file. Okay, config ini ui config ini. Now llm selection drop down. Okay, so self.user control selection llm like st dot selection select llm option. So I think I already have this model. Okay, so here you can select the different model. I am going to use only grok, so that's why it will, I mean it is showing grok, and you can select different model here. Okay, and here you can keep your api key and select the use cases basic chat also. This is the sidebar. Okay, so this is the sidebar selection. Okay, this one for llm option that you can choose llm different llms inside this one. Okay, and here you can selection drop for LLM. Okay, and here user control, load the graph model list. Okay, so we are going to load a model list from ini file. Okay, selected graph model. Drop down the model selection, example llama and instant llama 3 instant. Okay, load the graph model and it will show you in a drop down box. So this is the code for drop down, like this. Okay, and after this, input box for API key, hidden text. Okay, so this is our input box for OpenAI keys. Like OpenAI keys or Grok API keys. This is for keys that we can enter here. Okay, so an API key, st text input API key and type password. Okay, it will show you in placeholder password. If API key is empty, show warning. If not, self dot if self dot user control grok API, it will give you warning. Please enter the grok API key and proceed it, and you can buy it from this URL. So here, like I need to delete it, then it will say like please enter the API key. Okay, don't have API key, get it here, from here. You will get it from here. Okay, now use case selection, self dot user control, select the use case st selection, select the use case option and return self dot user control. Okay, so I have created this thing, grok model, model selection API key, and this is for use cases. Here I am going to pass basic chatbot. Okay, and this is our title. This one, lang graph, build stateful agentic AI graph. I am showing you. This is the title. Here, share distinguished page title and layout. Okay, so this is the this is the UI of this code. This one, st.set get st.set underscore page underscore config page title. Okay, layout, wide and header. Okay, so this is our title. Okay, and this is our sidebar. So here this is our sidebar selection. Okay, this is the sidebar. So here I am going to use LLM option, use case option. Okay, load the option from config file .ini. Okay, so LLM selection, this will give you drop down, this one. Okay, and this will give you drop down like this. If you just select grok model, okay, grok model, then it will like drop down box for model, it will show you. Okay, and after this it will show you like if you need to full API keys, then it will show you hidden input box for hidden text, this one. Okay, after this it will show you this one. Okay, like if you don't have API key, this will give you the warning, and this is for API key, and this is for model selection. This will give you drop down box for model, and this is for use cases select, like a simple chatbot, basic chatbot. Okay, so which I have in my ini file in stream.py, these things. Okay, use cases option, basic chatbot model, LLM option, grok page title, this one, and grok model option, these are the models. Okay, after this I need to create I'm going to again instructor.py file. I have completed this till here. Load UI.py. Now we are going to display result.py. Okay, so here in UI streamlit folder we have display result.py. Okay, so we import streamlit as sd. Okay, from langchain underscore core message import human message, AI message, and tool message. Okay, and import json. So here we are going to display streamlit. Okay, this is our function constructor. This is the class. Take three things: use cases, basic chatbot we already defined in ini file. Okay, and here second things, graph, compile the lang graph object. Okay, user message, the input message from the user. User message means input message from the user. Self dot use cases equals to use cases, self dot graph equals to graph, and self dot user message equals to user message. Okay, now we are going to display on UI. Okay, these things, use cases, graph, and user message dynamically we can display on UI. So state assign a local variable, user use cases self dot use cases, self dot graph, and user message self dot user message. Now we are going to print user message given in the print in console, and after this we move on step second. Check if the selected use case is basic chatbot. So it will select if use case equals to basic chatbot. Okay, and step 3, run the graph in streaming mode. Graph.stream generate the real-time event while assistant response come visually. For event in graph.stream, okay, here I am going to pass message and user and message equals to user message, user and user message. Okay, so print event dot value, debug the print of event value, and here you can see each event can handle multiple values. Throw value in event dot value, print message, debug the print message, and in step 5 display the message on streamlit UI, user message, live chat bubble. So with st dot chat message, here user input chat message, and st dot write user message, and assistant message write the chat bubble, st dot chat message assistant, and write the message content. Now we are going to create main.py file. So here you can see we already import these things. Import stringlet as from stringlet, import stringlet as st. Okay, and here I am going to load stringlet UI. Okay, stringlet UI from load UI from this file. Here is one. Okay, so where is my man? This one. Here you can also create go by definition, go to definition. You can do this. Okay, this will show you this class. And here I am going to import grok llm. Okay, that we can access the model from this file grok llm, which have I mean in this folder llm we have grok.llm, grok llm.py file, and here we are going to import grok llm and we have import in the folder from folder of graph. We import graph builder. Okay, this one from this. So here you can also check in graph builder here. This one graph builder. Okay, in our main.py. Okay, and display result I have imported from display result file. So you can go and check this one. Okay, now I have a function load length graph agentic AIF. Okay, so this is the description main function to run the LLM graph agentic AI. Okay, so here we are going to load stringlet UI and get the user imports. Second, initialize the selected LLM. Okay, third, build the length graph based on the selected use cases. Okay, and fourth, process the user message and display the response in the stringlet. Handle any exception to prevent the crash. Okay, so here in step first, load the UI and get the user input. Okay, here we are going to load the UI and get the user input. Okay, so UI equals to load streamlit UI. Okay, so this will from load UI dot py file. Okay, and the user input equals to user dot load streamlit UI, and here if not user input it will give you error, failed to load user input from the UI return, and it will return. Okay, return nothing. And step 2, get the user and chat message. Okay, so here user message equals to st.chat input, enter user message. If user message equals to if user message, then we are going to use try and accept that we can check error. So step 3, config the LLM grok. Okay, so here we are going to config the LLM grok, object LLM config grok LLM user control input user input. Model equals to object LLM config dot get LLM model. If not model, st dot error, it will give you error. Model cannot be initialized and return. Next step 4, get the selected use case. Use cases, here we can select use cases equals to user input dot get selected use cases. I have already told you you choose this one, selected use cases and drop down. Okay, and here if not use cases it will give you error, no use cases selected. Okay, like if you don't, I mean if you not select here anything, then it will give you error. Okay, this is for API, this is for model, and this is for select the LLM. Okay, now initialize and set up the graph. Okay, so graph builder equals to graph builder. Here I am going to pass model, and we are going to use try and accept again. So graph equals to graph builder, set up graph, use cases, print user message. Okay, and in 6 step, display the chatbot response in streamlit. Okay, so this will display streamlit result. Here I am going to pass use cases, graph, user message, display the result on UI. Otherwise it will exception error equals to graph get failed. Okay, and return and here exception as a st dot error return llm configuration failed. Okay, so this is for our graph builder. Okay, and this is step for get selected the use case, this one. Okay, if you don't select anything then it will give you error. Okay, the error is what? No use case was case selected. Okay, and this is for get the user chat message. Okay, here. Here, like if you search anything from here, hi. Okay, so it will say llm configuration failed error occur with the exception grok api key. I don't have here, I don't have any api key, so I need to give grok api here. Now I am going to search. Okay, so this will give you result user input. Like I am going to input here something. What is area? Okay, so this will give you answer. Now like it will check, like if you use a message and try, that it will find out model and get the answer from model. If not model find out, that will give you result. Model cannot be initialized. Okay, that we got previously. We don't have API keys in our dashboard. Okay, and this is for get the result. Okay, I have completed all this, and this is for load streamlit UI. If not user, then it will give the error fail to load user input from the UI. Okay, so I think guys, I hope after main I need to create app.py file. Okay, so import the main function from the our modular code. So here from src langgraph agent API main import load langgraph agent API. Okay, so I'm going to import this function in app.py. Okay, check if the script is begin run directly, not imported. If underscore main. Okay, call the main function to start the chatbot app. Okay, so this is our code. Okay, I have everything. Now I need to go here, need to start new terminal. Okay, I need to clear this. Now I am going to run. So we can run this project by using streamlit run app.py. Okay, so this is said that I'm going to invalid. I'm going to use invalid path. So I need to check where is my app.py file. Okay, so we don't have. So I need to copy it and I need to go in this folder. Okay, so I need to check again. So here I have app.py. Now in this folder I need to run this command because in this folder we have app.py. Otherwise it will give you error. Okay, so this is our project. You can select here your model, and here you can select your different models. Okay, and here you need to put your API key, and this is our basic chatbot. Okay, like I have API key from .env file. I need to copy this file, this API key. I need to save all. Okay, I need to rerun this again. Actually I need to close everything. Actually then we can rerun again it. We can rerun it again. Okay, so here you can select your model, because I have these models in where, in the file of UI config file. These are the models. Okay, so here you can see these are the models. Okay, I wrote I think I did a spelling mistake here. It's the instant, not a chat. Intents, no, not like that. It's intent. Okay, now I reload this. Okay, then I can check. It's instant. Okay, now I am going to use this model. I can enter our API key. Okay, not now, just I am asking who is Trump. Okay, so it will show you Donald John Trump is an American business, television personality in politics who served as the 45th president of the United States. Okay, like you can also search where is India. Okay, so this will give you India is a country located in South Asia. Okay, it is situated on the Indian subcontinental, which is a large, okay, peninsula that extends into the Indian Ocean into share the border with the several countries including Pakistan to west, Afghanistan, China, Nepal and Bhutan to the north, Bangladesh and Myanmar. Okay, now I can also search who is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Who is PM Narendra Modi? Okay, so the answer is Narendra Modi is the 14th and current Prime Minister of the India, serving since 2014. He is the leader of Bharatiya Janata Party and has been in the office 3 consecutive terms. Okay, so I hope guys you like my video. If you have any doubt, please do comment. Bye bye. Take care.
Okay, so after creating a state nodes LLM, I'm going to create a graph builder.py. So here I'm going in graph. Now we are step to get the user and chat map. The error is I need to show you. Okay, so this will get intents. So hello guys. So okay, so after creating a state.
ये क्या है? कुछ नहीं है। क्या है? Laravel like cold by AI agentic AI. Laravel वाली नहीं हूँ मैं, AI इंजीनियर हूँ मैं। Laravel गया, जमाने बीत गए। लारावेल कब चलता था? बचपन में, जब मैं छोटी बच्ची थी। सिंपल एलएलएम अभी पूछूंगी ना, टेल मी आर्किटेक्चर ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मर, गांड फट जाएगी। बड़ा आया सिंपल एलएलएम वाला। तुम लोग वो हो जो एपीआई यूज किया और लगा लिया, खरीदा एपीआई, ओपन एपीआई और गूगल एपीआई एक्सेट्रा। कभी खुद से मॉडल बनाया? बड़ा आया बोलने वाला। सिंपल सिंपल होता तो हर कोई एआई इंजीनियर होता। खैर छोड़ो, मुझे बहस नहीं करनी, अपना काम करने दो मुझे। दैट्स इट।
Hello guys. Hello.
लोग कितनी आसानी से बोलते हैं सिंपल एलएलएम। तुमने बनाया क्या? यस, 2019 से काम कर रहे हो, 5 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है। नाइस, फिर तो मैं बच्चा हूँ। तो बच्चा हो ही, 2016 की पास आउट हूँ मैं। 2019 से मैं लर्न कर रही हूँ चीज़ें। मतलब कैसे कह सकता है सिंपल एलएलएम? अभी पूछ लूँगी ना, टेल मी आर्किटेक्चर ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मर, गांड फाड़ जाएगी, गांड फाड़ जाएगी।
Hello guys, today we are going to. Hello guys.
एक्चुअली मैं वीडियो बना रही थी, ट्यूटोरियल वीडियो। यूडेमी पे कोर्स अपलोड करना था मेरे को थोड़ा सा, तो कोर्स तो कंप्लीट हो गया। प्रोजेक्ट रिकॉर्ड कर रही थी। क्या क्या सीखा आपने अभी तक अपने रील बनाने के अलावा? रील तो मेरा टाइम पास है मेरा। रील तो आगे मैं चलते फिरते बनाती हूँ, रील पे मैं ज़्यादा काम नहीं करती हूँ, कुछ भी मुंह में आया बोल दिया। काम तो मैं यही पे करती हूँ, माई प्रोफेशन। जो मैंने 2019 से स्टार्ट किया था। मशीन लर्निंग।
So hello guys. So
एंड क्या बोलते हैं, एडिटिंग कर रही हूँ अभी वीडियो। तो तो इसलिए बार बार वही आवाज़ आ रही है। बंद कर दूँ क्या आवाज़? मेरी भी टीम है, आई थी 2 लड़कियाँ। बढ़िया बढ़िया। तुम्हें समझ में आ गया कि मैं कोडिंग कर रही हूँ यार? तुमने इतना सुना क्या मेरे को? वैसे तो सुनता नहीं है कोई। सोने जा रही हूँ, नींद आ रही, पता है मतलब ऐसा ही होती है कोड। मैं भी कोड ही कर रहा हूँ। मैं तो सो ही नहीं आया, वो इतनी नींद आ, इतनी नींद आ। भयंकर वाली नींद आ रही है। क्या बात है?
Okay, so I have
डाउट हो रहा है यार साला। क्या ही है? ये खोलना पड़ेगा क्या इसको? मैं भूल गई यार तुम्हारी बात में, मैं कहाँ कौन सा वीडियो कौन सी क्लिप एडिट कर रही थी। मेरे दिमाग में इन 5 यार क्या क्या टैक्सी था। मेरा स्टार्टिंग ही शुरू से जब मैं कॉलेज में थी तो पाइथन जो पीएचपी पे करती थी, जब मेरा एमबीए चल रहा था। ऐसे की जगह इंटर्नशिप, पहले मेरे को इनिशियली कोडिंग में इंटरेस्ट नहीं था, तो मैंने सोचा यार एमबीए कर लेती हूँ। तो 2016 में पास आउट थी, तो मेरा ब्रांच इसी था, तो मैंने पकड़ लिया एमबीए। मैंने सोचा कि कभी कोडिंग नहीं करूँगी। साला एमबीए के टाइम पे मैंने एक जगह इंटर्नशिप ज्वाइन कर ली, एक सीनियर मिल गया मेरे को जो पीएचपी लारावेल पे काम करता था। भाई मैं उसके साथ काम करने लगी, पैरेलली मेरा एमबीए चलता रहा। कभी कभी कॉलेज जाती थी, कभी कभी नहीं जाती थी। भाई जब तक एमबीए ख़त्म हुआ मेरे को कोडिंग में इंटरेस्ट आ गया। अब मेरे को गड़बड़ हो गया, क्योंकि मैंने तो सोचा था कि मैं कभी कोडिंग ही नहीं करूँगी। तो फिर क्या हुआ, जैसे एमबीए ख़त्म हुआ मेरे को एक जॉब मिली एचआर की, ठीक है। बट फिर एचआर की जॉब मिल गई मेरे को, तो मैंने वो 8 दिन की, 8 दिन। मैंने कहा मुझे पसंद नहीं आ रही है, मैं नहीं कर सकती एचआर की जॉब। भाई मैं 8 दिन में कंपनी छोड़ के आ गई।
Hello guys, today we are going
8 दिन में कंपनी छोड़ के आ गई एचआर वाली। फिर मुझे मेरी पहली टेक्निकल कंपनी मिली नोएडा में, सेक्टर 59 में, हेडफील्ड सॉल्यूशन, जहाँ पर मैंने इंटरव्यू दिया था पीएचपी में। और उन लोगों ने मुझे, उनके पास पीएचपी के ज़्यादा प्रोजेक्ट नहीं थे, तो दे सेड दैट कि तुम पाइथन में करोगी या पीएचपी में। तो मैंने कहा यार पीएचपी तो मेरे को बोरिंग लग रहा है और मैं पाइथन में करूँगी। जब मुझे पाइथन आता भी नहीं था, तो मैं वहाँ पर स्टार्टिंग की पाइथन से। पाइथन सीखा, पाइथन सीखने के बाद
okay, so I have completed
पाइथन सीखने के बाद वहाँ पर मैंने पांडा सीखा, नमपाई सीखी। और स्टार्टिंग में पेटीएम आया था उस टाइम पर, गूगल पे आया था, फ़ोन पे आया था। तो हमने क्या किया, वहाँ पर बार कोड क्यूआर कोड बनाए जाते थे एआई से। तो मैं वो सीख रही थी, विजुअलाइजेशन करना सीखा, स्क्रैपिंग करना सीखा वहाँ पर, ठीक है। छोटे छोटे प्रोजेक्ट ही बनाए, वो लोग काम दिए हमको। 6 महीने इंटर्नशिप किए थे हम वहाँ पर। उसके बाद हमें माई लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल क्या, लिंक्डइन का प्रोफाइल दूँ तुम्हें अपना? 1 मिनट में ज़रा कुछ एडिटिंग कर रही हूँ। मैं तुम्हारे चक्कर में 2 बार भूल गई हूँ। 1 मिनट रुक जाओ यार, नहीं तो मैं ये भी गड़बड़ कर दूँगी और मैं सो नहीं पाऊँगी।
So hello guys. So now
होता है हाँ। तो फिर वहाँ पर मेरा एआई से करियर स्टार्ट हो गया। फिर मैंने 2-3 कंपनियाँ ज्वाइन की दिल्ली में, अभी मैं बेंगलोर में हूँ। ओके, ट्रेनिंग भी देती हूँ कॉलेज वगैरह में एआई से रिलेटेड, और बस एआई और कुछ नहीं। फिर कर दिया गड़बड़ लग रहा है यार तुम्हारी बातों। व्हाट द हेल इज दिस यार, फिर गड़बड़ कर दिया। आइडिया क्या यूज कर रही हो? अभी मैं एजेंटिक एआई पर काम कर रही हूँ। एजेंटिक एआई सुना होगा ना, एजेंटिक एआई मार्केट में बहुत चल रहा है। मैंने उसका पूरा कोर्स भी बनाया है, अगर तुम्हें पढ़ना है तो पढ़ लेना, वहाँ से अपलोड करूँगी मैं अभी। पहले यूडेमी पे डाल देती हूँ, फिर उसको यूट्यूब पर लॉन्च करूँगी फ्री में। और बाकी तो लोग सब पेड प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, मेरा कोर्स फ्री में है। मैं बस इतना चाहती हूँ, बकचोदी तो मैं करती हूँ, इंस्टाग्राम पर फालतू फालतू बातें करती हूँ, ठीक है। बस मैं इतना चाहती हूँ कि मैं जो मैंने सीखा है, आई वॉन्ट टू एक्सप्रेस इट इन फ्रंट ऑफ पब्लिक, और मैं अपना नॉलेज और अपना ज्ञान से
hello guys. Today we
लोगों को भला करना चाहती हूँ। एनआईटी के एक प्रोजेक्ट में करा था काम, बढ़िया 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 यार, काम करो। तो बस मैं अभी ना, मैं चाह रही हूँ कि लोगों को थोड़ा बहुत भला कर देती हूँ, तो इसलिए मैं कोर्सेज क्रिएट कर रही हूँ। और मेरा यूडेमी का भी कोर्स रहेगा ना, सबसे मतलब यूट्यूब पे तो तुम बिल्कुल फ्री कंटेंट मिलेगा तुम्हें। डीएसए भी आज तक किसी ने पाइथन का डीएसए नहीं बनाया, मैं बनाऊंगी पाइथन से डीएसए, मतलब बना रही हूँ, आधा बन चुका है। वेक्टर डीबी में अभी क्या यूज कर रहे हो? कोई सा यूज कर लो, फाइल्स, पाइनकॉन, बेबी8 अकॉर्डिंग टू योर रिक्वायरमेंट। मैंने सब पर काम किया है, नियॉन पे किया है, पाइनकॉन पे किया है। क्लाउड बेस्ड वेक्टर डेटाबेस होते हैं। फाइल्स सबसे बेकार लगता है मेरे को वो, एक वेक्टर डेटाबेस है, मेरे को बहुत बेकार लगता है।
So hello guys.
तुम्हारे जैसे टीचर से पढ़ना सही रहेगा क्या? तुम जान लो भाई, डिसाइड कर लो, मैं क्या बताऊँ। अरे यार, मैं ना बस संडे सैटरडे प्रोजेक्ट क्रिएट करती हूँ। तो तुम मेरे इंस्टाग्राम से आए हो क्या? हाँ, इंस्टाग्राम से आए हो क्या? इंस्टाग्राम वालों को तो लगता है मैं पढ़ी लिखी नहीं हूँ, अनपढ़ गंवार हूँ। क्योंकि मैं वहाँ पर वीडियो क्रिएट करती हूँ ना, फालतू फालतू।
Okay, so I have completed state.
ऐसे मेरा मुंह दुखने लग गया है, कब से लगी हूँ मैं, बहुत देर हो गई। लड़की कोडर है जान के ऐसे ही फॉलो कर लिया था गलती से। लड़की कोडर है जान के, पहले तो मैं पता चल गया था कि मैं कोडर हूँ, कि मेरे इंस्टाग्राम पे तो मैं कोडिंग वोडिंग पोस्ट नहीं करती, पागल लड़की। पीआर प्रैम्प क्या होता है? प्रॉम्प्ट बोल रहे हो कि प्रैम्प?
Now I am
दीवाने हम नहीं होते, दीवानी रात होती है, मोहब्बत की नहीं जाती, मोहब्बत हो जाती है। कैनवास एडेड कोडर थोड़ा बहुत लिनक्स भी जानता है, तुम जानते हो? बढ़िया बढ़िया यार। है वीडियो? 10 मिनट, 10, 5, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 का हो गया। 22 मिनट का वीडियो है। डिप्लॉयमेंट में कभी ज़रूरत पड़े, डिप्लॉयमेंट में मतलब डिप्लॉयमेंट कर रहे हो तुम? करो करो बढ़िया यार, कुछ तो करो लाइफ में। एडिटिंग किस पे कर रहे हो? कैनवा। मैं तुमसे कहने वाली थी, कैनवा पे कर रही हूँ। जैसे रील भी एडिट करती हूँ तो इन शॉर्ट्स है, और कुछ ज़्यादा लंबा होता है उसको कैनवास। इतना ज़्यादा एडिटिंग करती नहीं मैं, थोड़ा बहुत। मतलब दिमाग लगाना बिल्कुल नहीं चाहती। और कितना दिमाग लगाऊँ? कोडिंग में लगाऊँ, एडिटिंग में भी लगाऊँ? मैं एडिटर थोड़ी हूँ, मेरे को नहीं लगाना एडिटिंग। एडिटिंग में दिमाग, बेसिक बेसिक एडिटिंग कर लेती हूँ। तो मैं तुमसे ये पूछ रही थी, तुम इंस्टाग्राम से आए हो क्या? अभी मेरी लाइफ पर कोई नहीं है, सब लोग बोर होकर चले जाते हैं, मेरे को सुनता ही नहीं कोई। मैं सबको बोर कर देती हूँ। भाई इस बार सही एडिट हो गया है, अब मैं इसको सेव कर देती हूँ। सेव मतलब डाउनलोड। ओके, अब 1 घंटा भर लगाएगा, होता रहेगा, मुझे क्या करना भाई, होता रहे, मैं जाती हूँ सोने के लिए। वैसे तुमको क्या लगता है मैं एक कोडर हो सकता हूँ? मुझे क्या पता यार, मतलब हो भी सकते हो, नहीं भी हो सकते हो, मेरे पास बहुत सारे लोग आते हैं। भाई अब सोने जा रही हूँ मैं। सही है। तो तुम मुझे, मैं तुमसे कुछ पूछ रही हूँ यार, तुम मुझे कहाँ से फॉलो किए? इंस्टाग्राम से कि लिंक्डइन से? लिंक्डइन से किए हो क्या? वैसे इंस्टा से ही आया हूँ। अच्छा, बढ़िया बढ़िया, सही है, इंस्टाग्राम से आया हूँ। ऐसे मैं हूँ ना, काम करती रहती हूँ, किसी का रिप्लाई देती हूँ, किसी का नहीं देती हूँ, लोग भाग जाते हैं, रुकते ही नहीं हैं। लिंक्डइन कनेक्शन में तो अभी हाल को एक मिनट कर रही हूँ। आई जस्ट नीड टू फिनिश। अभी तुम क्या करोगे, सोओगे? सोओगे कि जाओगे? मैं भी सबके लायक नहीं जाता। अच्छा, बढ़िया। पढ़ना हो तो मेरे से पढ़ लिया, मैं पढ़ा दूँगी, यही वगैरह कुछ कुछ, तुम लोगों की मर्जी। मतलब इफ यू वांट टू लर्न देन आई विल टीच यू। क्या बताऊँ यार। तुम दिखी तो मैसेज कर दिया, बढ़िया बढ़िया यार। मैं तो किसी से बात ही नहीं कर रही थी, अभी जब मैं एडिटिंग कर रही ना तो मैंने रिप्लाई दे दिया। मैं सोची कोई आया कोई आया कोई आया। लैपटॉप चालू करके क्यों नहीं हो रहा? डिस्चार्ज हो गया यार, व्हाट द हेल इज दिस यार, व्हाई इज लैपटॉप आर गोइंग टू स्विच ऑफ। जस्ट आगे दे रही हूँ लिंक्डइन का यूआरएल, तो मुझे वहाँ फॉलो कर लेना। AWS का आइडिया है मेरे को, थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया है AWS का। ETL पे काम किया था वहाँ पर, वहाँ पे प्रोजेक्ट का एजोर से करती हूँ, तो मैं देती हूँ तुम्हें मेरा लिंक्डइन। तुम्हें मेरी प्रोफाइल नहीं चेक करी ना लिंक्डइन की? मेरे को तो सारे ही काम करने पड़ता है। तुमने मेरे को फॉलो किया है क्या लिंक्डइन पे? मेरे को नहीं पता यार। तुम तो मेरे से लिंक्डइन की प्रोफाइल मांग रहे हो, मतलब तुम्हारे पास ऑलरेडी है क्या मेरी प्रोफाइल? है? नहीं किया, मुझे नहीं पता यार। दिस इज माई लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल। ओके, पिन कर दे रही हूँ। और मेरा टेक्निकल कोडिंग चैनल है जिसमें सब्सक्राइब तुम कर सकते हो, जिसमें मैं कोडिंग की वीडियो डालती हूँ। कोड दीदी यार, मैंने बीच में बंद कर दिया था चैनल, तो अभी स्टार्ट किया है एक आध महीने पहले। ठीक है, तो कुछ कंटेंट उसमें पुराना डला हुआ है और कुछ नया। तो मैं ये मेरा चैनल है, चैनल। ओके चलो, गुड नाइट, बाय, टेक केयर, जाती हूँ मैं।